enemies racks up, 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar.
Coach, from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mark 54. Come off the ball. Hey, 59.
On first and 10, Watson trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down.
But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. A carry for Bryce Love, the 4th-rounder from Stanford. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 24. Check 24.
And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
On the read option, it's Mariota. And now he'll tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Whitney Merciless has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. It's complete. Stills. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just 1 throw.
Reset. 19. Watching your guard. Check Mike.
From the 50, it's Watson. This is Miller, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 40.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st down, it's Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Love here. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. That's caught. It's Malone. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. Miller. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5. At the Titans' 37-yard line.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Second and 5 now. Watson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. And even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This a quick pass to Davis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Watson on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side and got his man complete. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 94 yards, and the Texans have taken the lead. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Angelo Blackson able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Mariota to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Touchdown, Houston! An impressive 75-yard punt return. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got Lewis. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mariota now. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he locates Walker, complete. Oh, he sheds himself free. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. 48 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Open man there is Malone. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Bryce Love hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was very easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Coming 9. Here we go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Out of the gun, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
49, check 49, check 49. 24. 24. That's it.
Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Blue down, blue down.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set. 19. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get in the white room. Get in the white room.
On first down, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And Walker has it. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ricky. Check 13. Check 13. One.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Whitney merciless in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Again, it's Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Set. Look at the egg.
Now Watson on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
It's 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Davis now to return it. Titans. One of the more impressive punt returns you will see. That one from 87 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Extra point put through by Succop, and that will tie us at 24. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. 54. 54. Watch. I'm coming. Let's go.
Here's Watson operating from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Picked by Kevin Byard. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check.
Here's Love again. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
A first down throw for Mariota. This will be caught by Brown. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Mariota now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Love. He's got a first down and more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Second and 11 at the 21-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it again with Miller. And the penalty makes this a much more manageable third down, 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, Watson. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Here's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
What is that? Check 55 to Mike. Stop your whining.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
To throw is Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 4. We got 4. Out, 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 out. Where are they, team? 55. Where are they, team?
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Whitney merciless, racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Mariota. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Mariota. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
So here we go, Charles, third down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
124.
Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Better bring it.
And they, in fact, will throw it. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. Completes it to Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Houston, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15